Well, just doing a quick PSA here. So this thing here is the Syntrx 2. Now, because it is an older instrument, you are going to eventually see this on the channel, because it is, well, new but old in style. It has the older way of updating, being it has to go through sysx files through a Midi cable, just a 5-pin. Problem. So this here is my AudioFuse 16 rig. It was the first video. Here's the problem. For whatever reason, I don't know, I'm not an expert, with right here and the little, I guess, fun experience that is Arturia and buffer size and all that, the MIDI interface in the back is not a good MIDI interface for sending sysx files. Because with buffer sizes or some other mumbo jumbo that I don't understand because it's such an older system, it interrupts it. So you'll always get error 2. So the solution I got here is the Roland USB MIDI interface UM1 version 2. Technically, what's fun about it is that it's the cheapest one I could find. Literally had it overnighted because I was getting furious at not being able to update my very expensive new synth. Now let's talk about the actual updating. You're going to need this program called Midi OX. I'll put the link in the description. I'm only doing this for Windows. I don't talk about Macs. Now with Midi OX open, you're going to want to go to, where was it? It was Options, MIDI Devices, and then on this thing here, you're going to want to click the input so it's highlighted, and then the output that's highlighted of whatever you're using, as long as it is a MIDI interface. Arturias do not work. So out of the two of them, you see this one, it says connect to MIDI in. So you go on the back of your Syntrx and connect it to the in port. Then once it's connected and your program is open, the Midi OX has to be open. You're going to hold record and gate at the same time while turning it on. And I need both hands for a second. And once it's on, obviously it'll look better. There it goes. It's going to say MIDI DFU. And that's how you know it's ready to get a device firmware update. You're going to go to View, sysx, then you're going to go to File, Send sysx file, and then once this is up, you're going to find your sysx file. Which for the Syntrx, it's this little thing right here that you get from their website, which I'll also put in the description for like the one other owner of it. Once you click send, it'll show the file progress right here. And then also in the monitor here, it'll show what it's doing. And over here on the Syntrx itself, it'll do the best it can do at the loading screen. Once it's finished, it will go ahead and reboot, so then you'll be back at the normal page here. So to go and make sure the firmware updated, you're going to press Shift and the left patch button at the same time. And that gets to the config menu. So go ahead and spinning this, well, this one, to the very bottom, and then up one to show firmware, which it just shows firmware version. You press this button here, and it'll say 0.05, which in reality is 1.05. It's just on this, they prefer the 0. Don't ask me. But that's how you update this, and now it's just a little PSA to Arturia rig users. Just if you are trying to send those files over, that is not a good MIDI interface because it does block it. Bye.